Alphabet Incorporated. In today's video we'll learn about Alphabet Incorporated. Going through the sections: abstract, history, structure, corporate identity, revenue, investments and acquisitions, lawsuits, external links. Abstract. Alphabet Incorporated is an American multinational conglomerate headquartered in Mountain View, California. It was created through a restructuring of Google on October 2, 2015, and became the parent company of Google and several former Google subsidiaries. The two co-founders of Google remained as controlling shareholders, board members, and employees at Alphabet. Alphabet is the world's fourth largest technology company by revenue and one of the world's most valuable companies. The establishment of Alphabet Incorporated was prompted by a desire to make the core Google business cleaner and more accountable while allowing greater autonomy to group companies that operate in businesses other than Internet services. Page and Brin announced their resignation from their executive posts in December 2019, with the CEO role to be filled by Sundar Pichai, also the CEO of Google. Page and Brin remain co-founders, employees, board members, and controlling shareholders of Alphabet Incorporated. This project compresses information gathered from Wikipedia in video format. Why should I watch it? Studies prove that reading while listening improves comprehension, increases speed as well as expands vocabulary and enhances fluency. Provide your feedback on the comments section. Support the channel by subscribing and liking the video, thanks. History. On August 10, 2015, Google Incorporated announced plans to create a new public holding company, Alphabet Incorporated. Google CEO Larry Page made this announcement in a blog post on Google's official blog. Alphabet would be created to restructure Google by moving subsidiaries from Google to Alphabet, narrowing Google's scope. The company would consist of Google as well as other businesses including X Development, Calico, Nest, Verily, Fiber, Makani, Capital, and GB. Sundar Pichai, product chief, became the new CEO of Google, replacing Larry Page, who transitioned to the role of running Alphabet, along with Google co-founder Sergey Brin. In his announcement, Page described the planned holding company as follows. Alphabet is mostly a collection of companies. The largest of which, of course, is Google. This newer Google is a bit slimmed down, with the companies that are pretty far afield of our main Internet products contained in Alphabet instead. Fundamentally, we believe this allows us more management scale, as we can run things independently that aren't very related. Page says the motivation behind the reorganization is to make Google cleaner and more accountable and better. He also said he wanted to improve the transparency and oversight of what we're doing, and to allow greater control of unrelated companies. Former executive Eric Schmidt, now technical advisor, revealed in the conference in 2017 the inspiration for this structure came from Warren Buffett and his management structure of Berkshire Hathaway a decade ago. Schmidt said it was he who encouraged Page and Brin to meet with Buffett in Omaha to see how Berkshire Hathaway was a holding company made of subsidiaries with strong CEOs who were trusted to run their businesses. Before it became a subsidiary of Alphabet, Google Incorporated was first structured as the owner of Alphabet. The roles were reversed after a placeholder subsidiary was created for the ownership of Alphabet, at which point the newly formed subsidiary was merged with Google. Google's stock was then converted to Alphabet stock. Under the Delaware General Corporation Law, where Alphabet is incorporated, a holding company reorganization such as this can be done without a vote of shareholders, as this reorganization was. The restructuring process was completed on October 2, 2015. Alphabet retains Google Incorporated's stock price history and continues to trade under Google Incorporated's former ticker symbols GOOG and Google. Both classes of stock are components of major stock market indices such as the S&P 500 and NASDAQ 100. On December 3, 2019, Page and Brin jointly announced that they would step down from their respective roles, remaining as employees and still the majority vote on the board of directors. Sundar Pichai, the CEO of Google, is to assume the CEO role at Alphabet while retaining the same at Google. Structure. Beside its largest subsidiary, Google, Alphabet Incorporated has several other subsidiaries in several other industries, among others. As of September 1, 2017, their equity is held by a subsidiary known as 26 Holdings Incorporated, so that they can be valued and legally separated from Google. At the same time, it was announced that Google will be reorganized as a limited liability company, Google LLC. Eric Schmidt said at an Internet Association event in 2015 that there may eventually be more than 26 Alphabet subsidiaries. He also said that he was currently meeting with the CEOs of the current and proposed Alphabet subsidiaries. He said, "You'll see a lot coming." While many companies or divisions formerly a part of Google became subsidiaries of Alphabet, Google remains the umbrella company for Alphabet's internet-related businesses. These include widely used products and services long associated with Google, such as the Android mobile operating system, YouTube, and Google Search, which remain direct components of Google. Former subsidiaries include Nest Labs, which was merged into Google in February 2018, and Chronicle, which was merged with Google Cloud in June 2019. Corporate identity. Page explained the origin of the company's name. "We like the name Alphabet because it means a collection of letters that represent language, one of humanity's most important innovations, and is the core of how we index with Google Search. We also like that it means alphabet, alpha's investment return above benchmark, which we strive for." In a 2018 talk, Schmidt disclosed that the original inspiration for the name came from the location of the then Google Hamburg office's street address, ABC Stray. Alphabet has chosen the domain abc.xyz with the XYZ top-level domain, TLD, which was introduced in 2014. It does not own the domain alphabet.com, which is owned by a fleet management division of BMW. Following the announcement, BMW said it would be necessary to examine the legal trademark implications of the proposals. Additionally, it does not own the domain abc.com, which is the domain of the Disney-owned American Broadcasting Company. The website features an Easter egg in the paragraph where Larry Page writes, "Sergey and I are seriously in the business of starting new things. Alphabet will also include our X Lab, which incubates new efforts like Wing, our drone delivery effort. We are also stoked about growing our investment arms, ventures and capital, as part of this new structure." The period after drone delivery effort is a hyperlink to Huli.xyz, a reference to the television series Silicon Valley. Revenue. As per its 2017 annual report, 86% of Alphabet's revenues came from performance advertising, through user clicks using AdSense and Google Ads, and brand advertising. Of these, 53% came from its international operations. This translated to a total revenue of $110,855 million in 2017 and a net income of $12,662 million. On February 1, 2016, Alphabet Incorporated surpassed Apple to become the world's most valuable publicly traded company until February 3, 2016, when Apple surged back over Alphabet to retake the position. Experts cited Apple's lack of innovation as well as increasing Chinese competition as reasons for the poor performance. As of 2019, Alphabet is ranked number 15 on the Fortune 500 rankings of the largest United States corporations by total revenue. On January 16, 2020, Alphabet became the fourth U.S. company to reach a $1 trillion market value, entering the trillion-dollar companies club for the first time. Investments and acquisitions. In November 2017, Alphabet Incorporated led a series round of $71 million along with Andreessen Horowitz and 20th Century Fox in music startup United Masters, founded by Steve Stout. An analysis of the company's investments in 2017 suggested that it was the most active investor in that period, outdoing the capital arm of Intel and also its own best customer. Alphabet Incorporated acquired 7 of its own capital-backed startups in the 2017 financial year, with Cisco second, having acquired 6 of the company's previous investments. Flatiron Health, a startup founded by 2 former Google employees and backed by Alphabet Incorporated, announced that it was to be acquired by health conglomerate Hoffmann La Roche for $1.8 billion. The company provides electronic medical records and analysis to identify improved treatments for oncology patients. Lawsuits. In 2017, Alphabet Incorporated sued Uber over technology similar to Alphabet's proprietary self-driving car technology. Alphabet's autonomous vehicle technology had been under development for a decade by Alphabet's Waymo, self-driving vehicle division. The proprietary technology is related to 14,000 documents believed to have been downloaded and stolen by a former Waymo engineer, subsequently employed by Uber. The lawsuit was settled in February 2018, with Uber agreeing not to use the self-driving technology in dispute and also agreed to provide Waymo with an equity stake of 0.34%, equating to around $245 million at the firm's early 2018 value. In October 2018, a class action lawsuit was filed against Google and Alphabet due to non-public Google Plus account data being exposed as a result of a privacy bug that allowed app developers to gain access to the private information of users. The litigation was settled in July 2020 for $7.5 million with a payout to claimants of at least $5 each, with a maximum of $12 each. In October 2020, the United States Department of Justice filed an antitrust lawsuit against Alphabet, alleging anti-competitive practices. On December 2, 2020, the National Labor Relations Board filed a complaint that claimed Alphabet Incorporated conducted unlawful monitoring and questioning of several workers at Google. The employees in question were fired for unionization attempts and protesting company policies. The board also alleges that Google unlawfully placed employees on administrative leave in retribution. Alphabet Incorporated has denied any wrongdoing and said it acted legally.